Welcome to ARCN Television in the capital city of Nigeria. My name is Bilkisu Suleiman. The Director General of the National Biotechnology Development Agency, Nabda, Professor Abdullahi Mustafa, recently visited the Executive Secretary of the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, Professor Garba Hamidu Sharubutu, at the ARCN. Appreciating the synergy between the two agencies, stating that the program will link because it's also a research institute, hence they will work together.
It is my great pleasure to be here with my brother. While I came into office newly, he visited me. He gave me unwavering support, which I really cherish and I appreciate. However, I couldn't visit him until now. My reasons are, at that time, I don't have anything to come and present to say this is my reason of coming. He has reason for visiting me, but for me to visit him back, I have to have a reason. And now my reasons are, Nabda is undergoing restructuring and rebranding. We feel ARCN is a stakeholder. ARCN is a place where we can always fall back to get commitment in terms of research collaboration, in terms of activities that we can share commonly between us. I know you are very much experienced in various fields, as I can see from the introduction, area of experienced researchers that have introduced themselves. This is exactly why I come in here. I brought the 2 engine rooms from the National Biotechnology Development Agency in relation to ARCN, Food and Industrial Biotechnology and Agricultural Biotechnology. The mission is to interact, get together, find a common ground for us to share knowledge, interact, and produce something that is going to be beneficial to the country and which is going to extend into economic development of our nation. And the way I see it, for sure, we are on course. I'm willing to see a partnership, not by mere saying that we are going to have a partnership. It's by commitment, by action, and by making sure we have delivered. Why we are going on rebranding is because Nabda, prior to this time, we have no act establishing the agency, an act that can give you clear vision of where you are going to go. As a research institute that we are now, we need collaboration from various stakeholders. As such, ARCN is a priority to us because we are engaged in so many research activities that is mainly in agriculture, be it in animal husbandry, be it in production of agricultural commodities in terms of industrial perspective, be it in fisheries, be it in crop and crop development, and many more other areas that we are going to sit down here and discuss and see how we can partnership. If at all, we can partner with people from outside the country, why not partnering with people that are within this country and they have the expertise? And I consider this agency as the one that have the expertise and the one that have this agricultural research output at heart, that we can build together and produce something that is going to benefit our country. So, our doors are open with this act that we have. Our doors are open with the array of researchers that we have. Our doors are open with the possibility of getting funds from here within the country and outside the country, so as we can build a team together that can now produce quality research that will benefit farmers and, by extension, Nigerians in the development in terms of food security and nutritional security. Yes, sir. This is a very warm reception, and I really appreciate your commitment. I really appreciate your support, and I look forward to seeing more research, actual research collaboration, so that we can deliver on the mandate that our agencies have. Thank you very much.
National Biotechnology Development Agency, Nabda, amplifies the efforts to enhance food security. The Director General, Professor Abdullahi Mustafa, stated that the agency is undergoing restructuring and rebranding, and feel ARCN is a stakeholder where they can get commitment in terms of research collaboration.
This is a presentation of some of the documents that you can go through, and the activities and some things that will aid in the area of collaboration that we're looking forward to have with your organization. I was just whispering to you, trying to say that we have to get at least 1 or 2 researches that is going to be common between ARCN and Nabda, so that we can now have a common ground that we can interact day in, day out, and so that we can have something that we can present to say that this is from ARCN and Nabda. I want this relationship to produce something. So, thank you very much, sir. This is a presentation from National Biotechnology Development Agency.
Thank you very much. Knowledge management.
Professor Hamidu Sharubutu reiterated the desire of the President Tinubu on the importance of research so that Nigeria will attain status of food security.
You recall very recently, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu declared emergency in the area of food security, and he outlined a lot of issues. What people did not realize with that statement is that if you happen to read the pronouncement as read out by his special advisor on special duties and communication, Dele Alake, he listed out a lot of implementation strategies. First among which is the need for research institutes or research institutions to take the ball and make sure that they collaborate with one another in order to complement the process of finding solution to our food crisis. We are in a very, very dangerous profession. Dangerous in terms of our products. It is not by mistake that government designed a policy of double-checking research findings. A research finding is not novel until it is passed through the process of verification and re-verification. It is possible for us to be in the laboratory, develop a new product in terms of genetic improvement, which is the principal function of our research institute. It is also very important to make sure that there is an independent body that goes through and review the process by which this improvement was made, subject it to very critical standard procedure to make sure that it's human friendly, it's plant friendly, it's animal friendly, and environmentally friendly. In the wisdom of the government, there's no agency that has the mandate to do that other than your own agency. I want to say with pride that the level of collaboration since you came on board has been improving. And people will ask, at what level have we sat down? When we get to the variety release committee and your members stand up to give their findings, you will be surprised that working independently is giving this country the value at which it deserves, while promising that we will never fail you, while promising that we are going to continue to subject our research findings to your own experimental design and all the rest. I still believe that there is no harm in us incubating a project that we can jointly undertake together. Within the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, we are made up of numerous other departments that work independently, but with collaboration. Our mandate is as simple and not complex. We have the mandate to advise government on agricultural policies in terms of research, in terms of training, and in terms of extension service. And that's the more reason why, along with our various research institutes, 16 of them all in all, we also have the Federal Colleges of Agriculture and Related Discipline. Our understanding is it is only when you understand the process of researching into an item that you will be able to carry out extension service very well. The colleges are meant to train middle-level manpower that have the full understanding of the research process so that our farmers can easily be reached with the understanding and the concept to which that project was undertaken. You know, if you are looking at the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, there are items that the judiciary interprets. Judiciary interpret things from the point of view of the language, but they also interpret from the point of view of the intention. So you hear lawyers always saying, what was the intention? A very quick one to remember is this issue of 25% of Abuja. The lawyers will say it is not about the figure, but about the intention. So what our research is intended to achieve can better be understood by graduates of the Federal Colleges of Agriculture. And of course, we have gone further to make available in every nook and cranny of this country outstations, extension units, adopted schools, adopted villages. These are available facilities that your people can also move into, collect samples of what we have told you we have developed, come back and analyze them, and you'll be able to tell us from the point of view of your analysis whether along the line some adulterations have taken place or not. This is the check and balance that we are expected to do to one another. At the same time, we should also serve as informants to your institution. Informants in the sense that whatever we are undertaking, especially in adoptive research, we can quickly signal you to say what we are finding is not in line with what was developed outside this country. I have attended numerous conferences, and especially that has to do with the Consultative Group for International Agricultural Research. And we have very good reasons to mention the level of collaboration that takes place and the chain that takes place before we release varieties in this country, to the commendation of all these international bodies. You know very well that the Consultative Group for International Agricultural Research is the grandfather of agricultural research internationally. Things like IITA, we just had a visit with them. Organizations like ILRI, Africa Rice, these are all brainchild of the Consultative Group for International Agricultural Research. We have x-rayed to them the success story of agricultural research and biotechnology. We have borrowed a lot from the recently passed law to explain to them the need for them to intervene. You know very well what type of relationship we have established with the AATF, along with you, that led to the discovery and of course adoption of the BT cowpea. I know the work you are doing in the area of cotton. I know the work you are also doing in the area of maize. It will continue to grow. But while doing that in agriculture, I know that you also have interest in the area of pharmacology, toxicology, in the area of biochemistry. We all know of what you are doing in helping us look at the genetic composition of some of the diseases that affect both man, animal, and plant. The task ahead of both of us is very, very big. While doing a peer review from an independent point of view, we will never help this country when we don't sit down together to incubate projects that we can bring different perspectives to it. Even though Mr. President may not know the details of our existence, I think there is a challenge for both of us to bring to the table of Mr. President that the ASEAN and Nabda are capable of achieving a food-secured nation. We have had a lot of collaboration, especially in the area of OPAP, and I know the level at which the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria has assisted. While it is not my intention to call names, but it is with the person that you have worked with that you know. I think one of your staff with whom you declare as an engine room, in person of Dr. Gida Dobos, have been of immense importance and significance to the development of our concept of public awareness. We have worked together. We will continue to work together. But we don't want our collaboration to end only on her own side. Again, you have brought to us another engine room. We'll adopt her. We'll continue to work also together with her so that whatever we are doing will be very clear to each of us. I doubt if today Mr. President will invite us to come and talk. Yes, based on understanding and our private discussion, we'll be able to say things in common. But the details between us may not be well appreciated until we are able to close this gap. I want to thank you most sincerely for this privilege you have given us to meet together with you, to rekindle another relationship at a much, much closer level so that we continue to do the best we can. We are also making available to you the use of our communication system. Today we are in the process of developing content bearing all positive and negatives. I think the head of communication in ARCN should be able to at least weekly liaise with whoever our desk officer is in order to bring more information to the TV and radio station so that the whole world will know the wonderful work you are doing. I want to thank you most immensely and to appreciate you more than you appreciate me, because I know I need you maybe more than you need me. Thank you very much.
For you say you have adopted me. I've been here several times. This is my house. When I joined Nabda 2012, officially 2011, the first assignment, you remember, the DG, you called the DG, that this one pass you, it should send you. That was here, I came. The first assignment I did for Nabda was to attend a meeting here. And several, even a Suri meeting, so many things. I'm home, but I'm glad you have adopted me. Thank you very much, sir. I would say that we have been going on fine, but like you have said now, coming from the point of view of food and industry, I'm sure, like my DG has said, we will be there for you and you will be there for us. Because when you're talking of food security, agriculture, usually it's agriculture and food. We start where agriculture stops. The moment you finish your production, what happens? Food comes in. Whatever you do outside the farm is food process, is food. So there will be no security without food and industry. So I will be happy if your Lizen office can really come on board and we see what we can do, because there are so many things we can do. That I assure you. And we already, I'm just 3 months on that seat. I was drafted from environmental biotechnology. So there's so many things going on my head. Just last night, I sent a mail to him, WhatsApp, around 5, 6, that I want to discuss something with you. And it boils down to what we are discussing now. So I'm very happy on behalf of my department, because the DG has finished up, that I'm sure we will tap from your wealth of knowledge and resources for us to make progress, and we will not be found wanting. I've never been found. I was telling her when I traveled to Kabi, when I was in environment, because of our microbial culture collection project, it was here that we got the approval, because you are the national designated authority. So to tell you that I'm a member of the kingdom. So I got my approval from here to go to UK. And that project is still going on, and it will continue. Thank you very much.
what I want to urge you people is, in terms of collaboration, is here in ARCN we have a TV and a radio station. So we want you, to utilize, these our facilities very well, because I could remember there is one radio station that is always propagating against some of our works. So we can as well use what we also have to also propagate the positive aspects also of our work. I think this is also a very good idea by your organization. You can come, we can collaborate, and then you have a lot of things, that you like the public know. So you can utilize that, in order to reach the farmers and other stakeholders. I also want you to use our adopted villages. We have AROCs where we demonstrate our technologies to the farmers actually. So we can collaborate with you also, so that if there are other things that you want, to find out, you can use our also adopted villages and even adopted schools, to get some of these results. I also want to appreciate, the way you are using our research institutes, to impact, on the nation, particularly institutes like Institute of Agri-Research in Zaria, and other research institutes, that you collaborate with, and then a lot, is being achieved concerning the issue of food security, because we can't run away from modern technology, biotechnology in general, because there is no land now, and then also there's a lot of competition with maybe livestock and so on and so forth. So we need other sources, of feed and so on and so forth to support the population, and also to ensure that we have a lot without utilizing all our lands at the same time. So once again, I want us to collaborate more and more, to know each other more and more.
On that note, we've come to the end of the special report of the courtesy visit of Nabda to Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria. My name is Bilkisu Suleiman. Stay tuned. Bye.